Thanks for downloading another segment from the Best of the Classic Metal Show. The Classic Metal Show is heard live on Saturdays from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. Eastern, exclusively at www.theclassicmetalshow.com. And now here's another piece of Classic Metal Show history on the Best of the Classic Metal Show.
The Classic Metal Show.
That's Leatherwolf right here on the Classic Metal Show, and that's the re-release version of King of the Ward off the World Asylum release. And as maybe some of you remember, a couple years ago we debuted this CD with Jeff Gayer on the phone, and we also had the fine drummer of Leatherwolf on the phone with us, Dean Roberts. And well, kids, they've re-released it with the original lead vocalist of Leatherwolf, Mr. Michael Oliveri. And Chris, can you believe it? We've got the guys from Leatherwolf back on the phone with us.
Look at us. We're world famous.
Yeah, we are world famous. And well, here's something. Chris and I have been talking about this Leatherwolf release and the fact that it's been re-recorded. Of course, Wade Black did the original vocals on this, and now Michael is back with the band and redid the vocals on it. So, yeah, we don't want to mess up the catalog by having some outside singer come in and try to be Leatherwolf, because Michael is Leatherwolf, right, Michael?
Well, I try to be. At that point in time, it just didn't work out that I could do that record at that time. I had other things going on.
Plus, we gave him $10,000 and he jumped right in.
So, Wade stepped in and did it. I thought he did a really good job. And when I got back in the band, I just really liked the record, and I said, I got to get my voice on that. So it kind of worked out that I re-recorded it. Now it's called New World Asylum, so it does have a different title, and it is what it is. I didn't have anything to do with the songwriting on it, but it is definitely my blood on the microphone in that.
Right.
Literally.
Well, Dean. I'll just ask you point blank. How big of a dick was Wade that you had to recut the record, man, instead of just writing a new record?
It wasn't such the fact that Wade's a nice guy. He's not a dick. There was really no issues with personality. He's just a new friend, and we did what we could with him, and he decided he wanted to do something different. And, from the very get-go, when me and Jeff started this, even Mikey was a part of it when we first started, we wanted to do it with the original guys, And we just thought after it was done, and then Wade was gone, and we were talking with Mikey, we just thought it'd be a good idea, because I personally just think Mike's, Leatherwolf, and I thought his voice would be way better on this record than somebody new. Even though Wade did a great job, I just thought this record should, have the original guys on it.
Well, when I talked to when you released World Asylum with Wade, I had spoken with you, Dean, as well as Jeff. And I had brought up the fact that, Michael wasn't involved with this. And even way back then, when you were releasing the CD for the first time, you indicated that things were already in the works to bring Michael back into the fold.
Well, we were...
You didn't tell me about that.
Dude, that was our secret, man. That was off the record.
Dang. No,
I don't remember exactly the conversation. So I don't know exactly after we released it when we had that conversation,
Well, I remember distinctly the question I asked. I was asking, since bands splinter off these days and people are familiar with the lead vocalist since they are the front man and the voice of the band, I had asked if you were concerned whether Michael would go off and form his own band and call it Michael Oliveri's Leatherwolf, and you said, oh, no, there's no chance in that. In fact, we got something in the works with Michael right now.
Well, I've always kind of been a part of this. Even when I wasn't in the band, I was over here when Wade was doing his vocals, and I was kind of teaching him about harmony a little bit, or helping him with his harmony, and I did some backup vocals. So I wasn't even though I wasn't in the band, I wasn't ever too far detached from it, It just at that point in time I couldn't take on the responsibilities and the commitments to do a record and then possibly have to go tour for a while. I just, at that point in my life, I couldn't do it. Things are a little different now, so, you know, through all that point, you know, Dean's always been a very good friend of mine, and so it was never any kind of, you know, bitter or anything about, you know, oh, the singer's gone or whatever. It was all good, you know, we were still all friends, and everybody understood my situation, so it worked out.
Well, guys, you know, obviously, you know, you did choose to re-record World Asylum, and you renamed it, and clearly when World Asylum came out, it really kind of reestablished Leatherwolf. You know, a lot of the underground scene, you know, not only came back to rediscovering the band, but it seemed like a lot of new people discovered Leatherwolf for the first time. When you guys put it out there, did you see a lot of, you know, revitalization, or see a lot of familiar faces or new faces when you went out and played shows, and, you know, when you got the record out there?
Well, locally, we definitely saw all the old faces. When we went out to Europe last fall, we definitely saw some old faces, and people were bringing all the records back to have signed and stuff. The last time around, the shows weren't like just off the chart, and they weren't like widely promoted, so it was a real underground thing. So naturally, the people that were there were people that, you know, wanted to be there, and they were, you know, dedicated fans. So we really haven't had the chance yet to pick up a new fan base. You know, hopefully this time around we can get some shows and try to do that.
Well, excellent, guys. Well, I gotta tell you, you know, I've been a big Leatherwolf fan for years. I've got all your CDs, even that fucked up cover, Wide Open, and
Dude, caring about that one.
Dude, I came to practice one time, and he's like, "Here's the cover." I'm like, "You gotta be freaking kidding me, dude! That is not the cover."
You know, he's from South Africa.
Yeah.
Well, I actually bought that at that 24-hour record store that used to be down there on the Las Vegas Strip. I can't remember the name of that CD store, but it was open 24 hours a day, and I dug that out of the bin over there, and, you know, it's a prize collection, I'll tell you. But anyway, you know, obviously Jeff Gayer is no longer with the band, and unfortunately, you guys kind of, you know, parted company in an unfortunate situation. What can you tell us about that?
You know, we went out and did that tour in Europe, and we just all had different agendas. You know, I don't want to trash Jeff at him, but he's got to take care of some things, man. And we're not closing the door that'll ever be in Leatherwolf again. But right now, at this point in time, he's unworkable.
Okay. Well, who is somebody stepping in for Jeff now, or are you guys going to continue on, you know, without Jeff, or what are your plans?
We have somebody that's going to be filling in, if not on a temporary basis, on a full-time basis, but we'll see how he does.
Guys, there was a while there where Leatherwolf, you know, really didn't exist. And I know I had spoken to you guys that you guys do, you know, obviously have blue-collar jobs on the side and, you know, do the band stuff when you can. What did you guys do during that downtime?
I think everybody was doing their own kind of thing. I was having a family,
Mikey was a porn star.
I was trying to establish a security for my family, you know, get a house and get some money going, and you know, I was tired of living in poverty, man. 90s were terrible.
Yeah, it was.
I sobered up, quit drinking, quit partying, and then had to find something else to do, so I started working. You know, showing up on time and making money, and I liked it.
Nice. So, you know, do you guys more or less kind of like run your own business or work for yourselves in order to allow your schedules to allow you to go out and, say, go to do some Europe shows or go do some festival gigs or whatever?
Yeah, I do a few different things. I have a production company. I make some money on that at my own small production studio at my house, and I do some other band things and go out, you know, do the casinos or whatever, you know, have some other things I do to make some money. So it's just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I keep it pretty flexible so I can go out and, you know, do these Leatherwolf shows and go out for 2-3 weeks at a time.
Sure. That studio you have at your house there, what is that, a Lisa's mixing board and a couple mics or what?
No, it's a Pro Tools situation. Got
I'm
some
just
stuff
kidding.
going on.
I'm just kidding you.
Everybody's got that, though. You know.
Sure.
In summer, you know, you got to have a place to lay down your ideas and make music. You know, it's tired of driving somewhere to go do that. So.
Well, when you guys re-recorded World Asylum, did you just do vocals only, or did you re-record any of the music or guitars or anything like that, or was it just strictly the vocal tracks?
Yeah, it was pretty much strictly the vocal tracks. You know, the music was so good, it was like, what are you going to do to it to make it better? It's just like, that's fine, you know.
Well,
and I tried to make it my own. I mean, Wade laid down some killer stuff, and it stretched me, you know. I got to say the record's probably better because he did it first. I mean, because melodically, there were some things I probably wouldn't have done, but I wanted to kind of stay true to what was happening there. I didn't want to change it too much with trying to put myself into it. So it was cool.
Sure. Well, who else is in Leatherwolf these days? I mean, who's considered the band these days?
It's Mikey, me, Terry Howe, and
what the hell was that?
And Pat Guyton, and we're deciding on the guitar player right now.
What are you guys in a submarine or what?
That's my iPhone.
Oh, it's like
dingy.
He had to throw in the I there.
Yeah.
And it just been, that's my phone. That's my iPhone.
That's my iPhone, you know.
Right. Well, what do you guys want to tell us about this new World Asylum release that maybe the fans don't know about, or that we
You know what? This is like, turn that thing off.
Dive.
We're going in. Mayday. You know what? This record kicks ass, dude. This, you know, I'm not just saying because I was a singer and I had nothing to do with the music part of it, but it tears your head off, man. This is the best record we've ever done. If you're a Leatherwolf fan, it might not be the most melodic. You know, if you're used to the Leatherwolf that has the big, gigantic choruses with 9 choirs singing in it, you ain't gonna find that. But progressive metal, I don't know what you want to call it, but you know, Jeff just tore it up on this record. It's outstanding. I mean, why he's not like on the cover of Guitar Player magazine, you know, is his own fault. But why, you know, it's pretty good, man. It's definitely tears your head off.
Well, I'm sure if they
Dean recorded that whole thing here in his garage, and it's just outstanding. It's fabulous.
Well, I'm sure if they sent a camera crew down to the local pub, they might be able to get a picture of Jeff on the cover. What do you think?
You know what? That's your best bet. Pretty much best bet to find him.
Nah, seriously, guys. I
love Jeff. I hope he works it out, man.
Well, we do too, because everybody likes to see the originals, you know.
You know, it's like if it was gonna be all the original, it's not gonna be as good as it possibly could be. And right now, we just want to make it a smooth running operation where we're all out just to put on the best show we can, and you know, we're not 19 years old anymore. We don't want to go out and fuck up hotel rooms and cost myself money. I'm trying to make money, not lose it, you know.
Well, here's a good question for you now that you bring up the age factor. Now, you guys had a pretty decent run in the late 80s, and then, of course, the 90s, you know, that was a pretty bad time, and then, you know, you guys found it within yourselves to regroup and, you know, put out a new CD, and then Michael's back in the fold, and, you know, this is a good time for what you would consider hard melodic guitar-driven rock, you know, that, you know, with Rocklahoma and that East Texas rock jam or whatever that is, and all these big festivals that feature this style of music.
Yeah.
You know, you guys are in your, you know, late 30s, early 40s, whatever it might be. Don't you think it's about time to behave yourself and be a little more responsible and keep the band together? Because so many of these bands who are getting a second chance, I see these band members just fucking up and just throwing it to the side. It's just like, dude, you had to wait 20 years to get back to this point. What's wrong with you?
You're preaching to the choir there, bro. That's exactly what I'm saying.
So, all right, well, guys, I got to tell you, you know, you got a captive audience here. So tell us what do you want the fans to know about the new CD, and where can they see you this year? aside from the Kansas City Jam?
We're trying to hook up on some shows, man. We're really trying hard to hook up on some good shows and some tours. Right now, I can't really give you any dates. We'll be playing around America. I know we have some things in the works to go back out to Europe in September. We're working on that right now. I wish I had dates to throw at you, but unfortunately I don't.
Well, I guess once you get your website up and running, leatherwolfmusic.com, I'm sure you'll have stuff listed over there, or people can go over there to your MySpace. Over there.
Yeah, that's really the only thing we're operating on. That other site kind of just fell apart. We never really set it up, and nobody really managed it. So, I mean, for the MySpace, what can you do somewhere else that you can't do on your MySpace page? So it's Leatherwolf. What is it, Dino? What's the MySpace page? Leatherwolf Music. No, what is it? What's our MySpace page?
Hey, it's something. It's myspace.com/leatherwolfmusic.
Thank you.
So, so keep up with Leatherwolf over there. Well, has there been a big boost in interest in the band since Michael came back?
Nobody gives a fuck.
Really?
Who cares about me?
Well,
you know what? I tell you what. Yeah, actually.
You know what? See, this is the deal. It's much more funner to show up and play.
Sure.
It was fun. It was much more funner recording the tracks and working with Mikey and doing what we do, and without Jeff making the video and going playing it was much more rewarding than it was. Doing it with a different guitar player and a different singer, and even, Jeff being gone, it's been a lot more funner, playing.
Oh, good.
Speaking of video, go to YouTube and do a search for Leatherwolf Dr. Wicked. You can see check out our new video we just did.
Excellent. All right, guys. Well, is there anything else you want the fans to know?
I was just plugged that video. It was one thing that I wanted to tell them. We just that turned out pretty cool, and let's see. We just hope to see you guys out on the road, man. Hopefully stuff will come together and we'll be able to take this bitch out on the road.
All right.
Willing to play anywhere.
Excellent. All right. Well, go pick.
Hook us up for a gig out in Chicago and Cleveland.
I'd love to come to Chicago. That's where my wife is from.
Excellent.
What about the Thirsty Whale? Is that still there?
No, they closed that years ago.
Wow. Thank God, huh?
It is no more.
I wonder, do you know where that name came from?
The Thirsty Whale?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Probably named after some thirsty guy's wife.
I was thinking the same thing, dude.
Getting warmer. You're getting warmer.
He knows. Tell us the secret, dude.
No, can't do that.
Why can't you tell us the story? It would be breaking news here on the Classic Metal Show.
I don't want to offend anybody.
Well, you don't have to name
Trust
names.
me, you ain't going to offend anybody on this show.
I would offend a whole mass of people if I went there. It would just be one person. I'm trying to make fans, not lose them, so we'll just leave it at that.
Okay. All right. Well, go pick up the re-recorded version with original vocalist Michael Oliveri on lead vocal there, and it's New World Asylum now. And where can people get the CD, guys?
If you go to our MySpace page, you'll see a couple of places to get it. You can get it from a CD Baby or any one of those Amazon, any place online, or right from our MySpace page. You can order it.
Excellent. All right, well, go pick that up today and go visit Leatherwolf over at their myspace.com/leatherwolfmusic and check them out on the road when they get a tour schedule here. So, all right, guys, well, before I let you go, I'm going to ask you the traditional Classic Metal Show question, and you can each answer it your own way. How has Lemmy from Motorhead influenced your career?
Why are you asking that? Do you know something?
No, that we ask everybody.
Well, I don't know if I should I go there, Dean?
Did you go with me and Paul?
No, remember the England thing?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm hanging out with this girl, right? And we're in England, we're on tour, and she goes, I got to get going, man. My boyfriend's coming back from tour. And I go, really? Who's your boyfriend? She goes, Lemmy. And I'm like, oh, you're killing me. So that's how he's influenced my life, to stay away from English whores.
Nice.
He's influenced me this way, is you could never judge a book by its cover. Me and Paul went over to his house, which is an apartment, and drank for about 10 hours
With Lemmy?
Yeah. And little did we know that his favorite band in the world was the Beatles.
All right. Yeah.
And I would never guess that his favorite type of music would have been blues, a blues-based band. I would never have guessed that.
Well, we've actually had him on the show where he's picked the closing track as a Beatles tune.
That one makes sense right there.
What a trip, huh?
That's my favorite band, too. Hey, wait a minute. We both have the favorite band and slept with the same woman.
Wow, there you go.
There's got to be a third one in there somewhere, but I don't have any warts on my face, so I think he's got me there.
All right, you guys are legendary. Excellent, guys. Well, we appreciate you taking the time to talk to us here on the Classic Metal Show. Go pick up the New World Asylum, and I'll let you guys pick a closing song and maybe tell us a quick story about it.
You go, Dean.
I'd like to play The Grail.
Okay.
The song's about when you realize in some way or another that you've given up on yourself, and then you're able to come around and realize just how beautiful you and your life is and the people that are part of it.
Excellent. All right, well, here it is. This is new Leatherwolf from the New World Asylum release, and this is the Grail exclusively here.
On your Classic Metal Show.
Thanks for checking out the best of the Classic Metal Show. You can tune into the Classic Metal Show live every Saturday night from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. Eastern, exclusively at www.theclassicmetalshow.com.
Classic Metal Show.